Boom!
There
All right,
we go. I was waiting on that.
It was all day. I've been bottling that in. That was my best yet. So I'm here with John Meadows, man. Thanks for having us. Columbus, Ohio. Worthington, Metro Gym. This gym's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, this place is legendary. This is where Mike Francois trained when he was coming up, and of course he won nationals, and then he won the Arnold Classic, and so this is a legendary place. Mike Davies, Bob Lorimer, always extend a warm welcome to us. So
Yeah.
we're glad to be here.
Well, that's cool, man. So you see videos, and usually I'm leading workouts. I just followed you. I was like a little puppy dog today. So you use a lot of proper form, and I mean, both of us are trying to ward off injuries, but you put a lot of tension on the intended muscle groups is what I noticed.
Yeah, I feel like the older I get, the more precise my form has to be. I feel like sloppy sets, just throwing weight around just gives me tendonitis. It causes lower back inflammation. And I talked about this before in my videos. When I was training at Worlds, this is Metro, it used to be Worlds. When I was training at Worlds in the 90s, I was in my early 20s. I was really strong. The older guys, we'd all come in on Saturday mornings, and the older guys would come in, and they would have their old man balm rubbing it on their joints. They'd have neoprene sleeves and you name it. And I just remember giving those guys a hard time. I was a little smart ass. And I remember saying, if you guys knew how to use good form, you wouldn't have all those injuries, you wouldn't be so beat up. And this is what I get for saying that. So I'm 44 now, and I got the Arctic bomb, and I wear the neoprene sleeves on chest day. But the reality is, you can't escape 30 years of training, or in your case, nearly 30 years of training. You can't escape it. I mean, if you work hard for a long time, it catches up to you. And I really enjoy training. So there's no glory in being injured and not being able to train and sitting on a sideline. I would rather live to fight another day every day. And Mark and I were talking about the measure of a good workout, and it's almost turned into, as long as I didn't hurt myself, then it was a good workout. So.
Yeah. So we started with some rows. There was nothing that put a lot of pressure on the lower back. Some lockouts were done with relatively moderate weight, but everything was concise. And the Meadows row is something, when you guys see the video, the Meadows row is something that I really think is really cool. I really think it's something I'm going to add in. I've never tried it before.
Yeah, it was crazy how popular that movement got, and it's everywhere now. But I was born with white man's disease, which is a lack of a back.
Okay, so now it's small penis.
That's a whole other disease. But so all the basic stuff didn't really work for me. I had to try different things, and that was a movement for me that works really well. And
I like it.
I continue to do it. My clients love it. If you go on Instagram, you'll see tons of people that have gotten good results from it. And that's really what training is all about. It's just about finding out what works for you. It's not that I have the best system or Neil does, or none of us have the best system. What it boils down to is really what works best for you.
Mm-hmm. So where can people follow you?
On Instagram, it's Mountain Dog 1, and on Facebook, it's just under my name, John Meadows.
All right, guys, enjoy the workout. And John, thanks for having us here.
All right.
And that's not a game.